Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you've been here before, I'm Leanne and this is my weight loss journey. I am just updating and trying to record regular because it keeps me motivated. I like to tell you what I'm up to, what's going off, but I also use it for my own reflection, and I don't know if I can help somebody out there and we can do this together, then so be it. So if you've been following me along, you'll know that I've not been very well last weekend. I took Friday off of work and I was off on Monday. So now it's Tuesday. Yesterday I was supposed to be going to the gym, and then I didn't end up going to the gym because I ended up getting bogged down with loads of housework. However, I was active all day, and I think I did about 7,000 steps yesterday just from doing stuff in the house. I gutted out some of to be honest, the room that I concentrated on most was the bathroom, because people tend to not own that room. So everybody in my house has got a tendency just to throw all the stuff in the cupboards, not clean out when you've got half a bottle of something, and lo and behold, that leaves it to me. And then I do a deep bleach. My bathroom's tiled from floor to ceiling, so all the tiles want scrubbing. I did that, so I was active all day, and I do feel like it was quite productive. A bit gutted that I didn't get to go to the gym. However, as you can see, I'm in gym gear and I'm going today. So the downside of that is, I didn't know whether the migraine that I had was a blood pressure issue, because I'm getting a lot more reddening. My skin is, sorry, oh god, I look I've got a massive burger there. That was such a nervous share, weren't it? Sorry. If you can see there, I've got a massive amount of redness all around my cheeks. That I usually get a bit, it's either dehydration on my skin, because my skin does feel really dry, and I must admit, we've not been very well. I don't think I've been drinking properly. But yeah, my skin is not looking great at the minute, and I think it's something that I need to address. So lo and behold, I'm going on a bit of water and herbal tea, push again. Now, I do drink herbal tea, but when I'm not at work, I tend to just drink tea bags, and it's not great. So because I've not been very well, that's what I've done, and I do think that shows in my skin. So here I am with one of the Aldi Diplomat ones, and it's the Protect tea. So it's got a heightened source of vitamin D, and I mean, who doesn't suffer with vitamin D deficiency this time of year? Because if you live in England, we don't have sun. It just seems to evade us. While I was in York with Lily, I've also picked up some herbal tea. And this is chamomile, can't even say it. Chamomile is quite soothing and calming, and this is a good tea to have before bed. It's supposed to be natural, organic. I haven't actually thought this through, because I think we have some tea strainers in the house, but I'm not 100% sure. So I'm going to have to look for those and see whether we've got these. But it's just, I've picked this up and I'm going to start trying to have it's a sweet tea, and it's supposed to be very calming. It says a golden yellow infusion that is naturally caffeine free. Chamomile tea is sweet, floral. Just the thing to help you relax. In fact, its naturally soft and aromatic infusion is the perfect tisane how do you say that? Tisane, I've never heard that word before. To drink just before bedtime. So 1 tablespoon for 10 minutes. So I'm hoping that I can maybe use this and it'll just be a new thing to add. And I mean, it smells beautiful, the air that's coming out of the bag. So we'll see how I get on with floral tea. We'll see how I get on with that. But for now, I'm drinking the good old Aldi version. That's actually too hot to drink. Last night, I wasn't very well again. Oh, that piece of hair's doing my head in. You can tell I'm going to the gym, I've just scooped it up because it needs washing. So, last night, I was fine all night. And then it came to going to bed. I'd had several cups of tea and a little piece of flapjack, and I ate about 8 Pringles, I think. And then I went upstairs, laid in bed, and about 1 o'clock in the morning, my stomach felt like it was twisting. I then woke up, I threw up, just loads of fluid, and then really struggled to get back to sleep. I don't know what's going on. Well, I kind of do. I do think it's stress related. I'm feeling really uneasy at the moment, but I don't actually know why. I wish I could put my finger on it. Like, everything is not, do you know, like semi-normal. I don't know whether it's been the stress of January and like my body's just had enough and I need to have a bit of me time. I went in the bath last night with a bath bomb and I'm trying really hard to have a bit of me time, but I'm just struggling. My mind is overthinking everything. I'm feeling quite uneasy and I don't know why. Like, there's something that's just making me feel stressed and I can't put my finger on it. So it's really hard to like kind of work through, which I'm quite struggling with that because I think I've done a lot of work on myself. Like, I find it really frustrating, I'm not gonna lie, which then didn't make me feel any better. I've tried so hard to do a lot of work on myself, my relationships, how I feel, my self-esteem. I've took pressure off myself by not stressing about dieting and losing so much so fast. I feel like I'm doing a better approach. I feel so much more level-headed. I'm not saying that I feel perfect about myself, but I feel a lot more at peace with myself. I think that'd be a good way to describe it. So I'm just not sure what is going wrong. Like, my relationship with Oliver at the moment is pretty okay. I feel like it's quite normal at the minute. Like, we've had stress and stuff going off, but he's listening a lot more, he's taking a lot more direction. But I've got this sense and feeling of feeling like unloved, and it's making me anxious, and I don't feel secure, and I don't feel safe. And I don't know why. Like, I don't know why. Like, I genuinely, in my head, like, if I speak out loud about it, like, you know how honest I am, so I would say, I am not somebody that is scared of being on their own. I'm not scared of losing Oliver. I'm needy to an extent where I want to feel loved and secure if I'm in a relationship. But I'm not that way out. Like, I've had relationship breakdowns, like, no end. And I don't know whether it's previous trauma that's now makes me feel like this but I've done a lot of work on that. So I feel quite at peace with that, if that makes sense. And I just, like, you can tell my mind is just jumping from one thing to another to try and find a reason. And I feel like I'm clutching at straws. I am an absolute overthinker. Like, I worry about everybody and everything. And when things go wrong in life, I will try and resolve it and mend it. And when I can't, because it's maybe out of my control, I used to have a tendency to massively blame myself. And I don't know whether it's that, like, sneaking back up on me, like, them self-esteem and self-worth issues. But I am putting a lot more into myself, and I can't say, like, usually when I feel like that, I can actively express it because that's how I feel. But I'm not really feeling that much. I mean, if I really dig deep and went on and on and on about it, I could probably start feeling like that. But I can't say it's something that I'm actively feeling. That's not how I'm, like, running I'm quite happy with what I'm doing. I'm quite content and accepting of who I am and what I've got going off. I don't really like, I'm quite proud of myself for still being in a weight loss journey. Going to the gym is something that I never thought that I would be able to overcome. I'm being a lot more active, a lot more mindful. I honestly, just at the minute, I just feel like my mind is overthinking, and it's almost like it's trying to look for something to be wrong, but actually there's not anything majorly wrong. Like, my relationship's okay, Lily's okay, Tia's okay. I'm missing Tia, don't get me wrong, but she's coming home in May and I'm quite looking forward to that. My taxes are done and paid. The holidays that we've got booked are paid. Like, I can't say financially I'm feeling like any issues really. The household, it feels okay. My family's okay. I feel okay. I feel quite all right. I just do not know what is going on. And now I've rambled for absolutely far longer than what's like I should be. Maybe it's because I've had a bit of an health scare and I'm like thinking, oh my God, I've got high blood pressure. Maybe I'm becoming a hypochondriac. I have no idea. But there's got to be something. But why am I searching for something if there isn't actually anything wrong? See, that's an issue in itself. I am an avid overthinker. If you are an overthinker, you will probably feel like this and probably get it totally. If you're not somebody that's not if you're not an overthinker, and do excuse the washing machine in the background, I have got stuff to do, so I had to run it while making my video. I'm not really sure what's going on. So I'm hoping that going to the gym will take my mind off it, make me feel a bit better. I'm only going to go like on a walk on the treadmill because I've not been very well and I don't really want to push myself too much, if that makes sense. But going gets me back into a routine, and I need this to be something that I enjoy and that I don't hate doing, so that's why I'm still going. Maybe I'll just do like half an hour on the treadmill while watching somebody's YouTube videos, I don't know, but ultimately, like, there's something wrong. So anyway, all that aside, in terms of me time and trying to close my mind down, I have started reading again. Now, I've always loved reading. It's something that I think helps me stop eating as much in the evening. I don't like having screen time 24/7. I think society has got such an unhealthy relationship with screen time. It's mental, and I don't think it's that good for your brain and your mental health. So, and I think I've been guilty of that. So as a bid to, in the new year, to start actually having a bit of me time, a bit of relaxation, to stop me overthinking. I think reading is good for your brain and development. I have decided I'm going to start reading again. So what I thought I would do is bring you the books that I am reading when I've read them. I will give you an honest review if it's something that you do. If you read a lot, it might give you an idea of what to read. I also would love some recommendations because I loved Virginia Andrews as a writer, but what I'm doing is I'm going in the charity shops, picking up a book for like 50, 60p, and then I'm going to gift the books away to somebody. I don't know whether to wrap them up and leave it for somebody to find, like as a book date thing, or whether I'll just give them to people at the salon, or I hadn't decided yet. But either way, I thought like going and getting books at 60p, reading them and then handing them on. It's like giving somebody a gift and maybe helping encourage them. Oh my God, the spin on my washing machine is so loud. I'm so sorry. I just thought it's like giving somebody the gift of a book. I think it's one of the best gifts that you can gift. And if I maybe encourage somebody to pick a book up and read it, then I think that that's a nice thing to do. So that's what I'm going to do. So the book that I have read is this one, Confessions of a 40-something Fuck Up. Now, it's a really easy, like you can tell I've battered it because I've took it, this has been to Paris with me and back. Because I'm flying and stuff, I enjoy having a book because I like reading and I've got a tendency to overtalk, so it stops me overtalking to the people at the side of me and being really annoying. But I quite enjoy it. I quite having a proper book. I'm not a Kindle girl. I like a paper book. I like feeling this. This is what I like. I like having a book. I love the creased spines. I like killed corners. I am a proper, I love that. That is what reading a book is about. I love it. Totally love it. And picking up a book and reading a proper book, not something electronic, there's just something about it that I just adore. So I'm not about to convert over to a Kindle. This is what I enjoy doing. This is just a bit of me. So I've read this book. It is by an author called Alexandra Potter. It's about a 40-year-old woman that doesn't feel like she's achieving amazingly, and that she's failing all over, and she's just navigating. She's called Nell. She's a writer, and she's lived over in America. She's come back to England, and it's about her with her friends and relationships and life and work, and it's like about nothing but then everything all at the same time. Really relatable, a really easy read. I quite enjoyed it. It was something that I could pick up and drop. Like I could just read a chapter and I didn't feel like I was lost, you know, when I picked it back up. Nicely written. I've got a thing about writing. I hated the 50 Shades of Grey books. I think that they were really badly written. I really didn't enjoy reading them just because of the way, the words that she used and the way that it was written. I also didn't like, that's a whole different topic, but I also didn't agree with the 50 Shades of Grey books at all. But that's a different topic, isn't it? And yeah, I think this is a nice read, an easy read. If you're in your 30s, 40s, I think that it's relatable and it's quite reassuring, and I probably feel like a 40-year-old fuck up, so that's probably why I enjoyed it. I just really enjoyed it. It was nice. I'd recommend it. The ISBN number, if you wanted to have a look on Vinted or Amazon. Oh God, can you even see that? Oh, there it is. It's actually backwards, but I'm sure you can work that out if you take a screenshot. I'm not about to read it to you, and it's sold as being the new Bridget Jones of our times, and feisty, funny, and so relatable. Oh God, maybe I should be a book reviewer because that's what I've just said about it. Yeah, really good book. So then, because I've read that book and I've got nothing left to read that's new at the moment, I have picked up some 60p books from when I went on my charity shop haul, because that's what I do. So J.K. Rowling by Sean Smith. He's written about her story. I like a biography, so I thought, well, it's only a little book, isn't it? So it probably won't take me that long to read. And I like learning about people. I like people, so I thought, yeah, I'll give that a go. Let me know if you've read any of these. Danielle Steele, The Long Road Home. Not got a clue what this is about, but I just thought, sod it, I'm just going to pick random books up and just start reading. Unless I get somebody that's going to recommend something, then this is where we're at. So, Danielle Steele's been around a long time, so I'm sure somebody will have read them and can tell me whether it's a good or a waste of time book. And Nightfall by Nelson DeMille, whatever his name is. This is another one that I've just randomly picked up. I like just the size of the book, I'm not going to lie, because it'll fit in my bag if I go away and gives me something to read. Again, look how old this is. You can tell with the colour of the pages, can't you? And I am ready to go and read them. So I'm quite looking forward to it. Let me know if you've read any of these 60p books. I'll let you know when I've read them, because this is a bit of me time and what I'm doing, and that is that. So now I'm gonna get off and stop rambling. I've told you my update for Tuesday. I haven't ate anything because I feel a bit sicky. I'm gonna go to the gym. Hopefully when I get back I will have worked up. I'm having these weird like burpy things, like it's dead weird. I don't know what's going off with me. Something's wrong, so I'm gonna have to get that sorted. So anyway, I'm off to the gym and then I'm off to work for a late night. That's why I'm recording this now, because otherwise it won't upload in time. So I will get off and I will leave you to my Tuesday ramblings. Think thin. I hope you're having a good start of the week, and I will catch up again soon.